Today on Soul Singer Discovers, we're going to be listening to the isolated vocals of Jens Kidman of Meshuggah fame. What's happening, Captain? I hope you're having a groovy day. Following on from our AC/DC exploration of Bon Scott's isolated vocals, today we're going to be doing the isolated vocals of Jens Kidman. I cannot fucking wait. I said it a lot. I think Meshuggah's Bleed is one of the greatest metal songs of all time. I listen to it in the car. When I'm having a psychotically bad day, you better believe I'll put that song on full blast. And it's fantastic. I love it. I believe the actual song is about a brain aneurysm, but what I do know is Jens Kidman is up there with some of the most extreme metal vocals I've heard. And I'm so excited to hear them isolated. So let's do it. I'm very overexcited. I'm not doing no metalhead musing. You want metalhead musing? Go to this video. Go to a different video. I don't want to hear any words. I only want to hear Jens Kidman. So let's do it. This is Jens Kidman with Meshuggah isolated.
Flames of fire swaying through my head. Vessel pain increasingly engaged. Sensory, wasted thirst to come. I know, only agony. My crystal language so frantically spelled. The room and fluid but life unleashed. Ripples descend to the surface of my eyes. The rip is flowing and under my world. A myriad pains becomes another weight. The passage of the mutant himself. The recording Titan of my mind will never cease.
Jesus, pausing. That Jens Kidman still has a voice to speak of speaks as a testament to the technique that is required to do metal vocals. Oh my fucking god. Seriously. Okay, someone once told me when I was like 21, maybe younger actually, I can't remember. They heard me in a rehearsal space and they came into the rehearsal space and they said, you there, singer. And I was like, And they're like, if you don't change your technique, you won't be singing you'll stop singing. Your voice will be fucked in like 2 years. You shouldn't sing like that. What they were hearing was me using squall, growl, some fry, and the natural distortion within my voice. I think there's totally healthy ways to use these things. I have been singing professionally for 17 years and I actively use squall, growl and all these things, distortion. Are they really technically difficult? Yes. Do they require really high hydration levels? Yes. I think Jens Kidman is doing something that's so impressive. There's definitely stuff in the studio of Jens Kidman when he's screaming into the microphone, and he is screaming into the microphone. But when I listen to this, I'm like, no, you are actively using fry, or my understanding of what fry is for metal, but the volume is not nearly as high as we think it is from Jens. Does that make sense? I don't believe that all of the stuff that Jens does on his vocals for the studio is just screaming. I believe there's some really calculated technique. And just as I would use fry on a vocal that is mixed, that in a microphone with effects sounds like this huge thing, it's not at all. It's just above calling to your friend across the street. It's just above calling to your friend over a dining table, like a noisy dining table. Hey! It's just above that, because it's not this crazy, because volume doesn't necessarily equal the sound that you hear on a lot of these things. Volume's not the spicy meatball that has been added. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Sour fading red of the prospects of my road. My dome for its ascent. Bloodletting the straight dead voice to pattern my soul.
Ooh.
So shall fail. Any resisting tension, as something else mechanics propel its growth. They implement down in place. Avoid extinction to terminate clockwork. All my grateful pain.
Pausing. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's really hard to tell with Jens Kidman. Definitely some of his plosives, the consonant sounds that he makes into the microphone, some of his plosives, that big p that he made, there was a lot of breath behind that. There was a lot of breath behind that. I don't know. It's so confusing. So confusing. I think Jens Kidman was one of the first metal vocalists I heard where I could hear support going on, like diaphragmatic support. But it's so confusing to know whether or not, like at the start of the song, I'm like, that's not, that the volume of that vocal at the start of this track is not what we think it is. It's very controlled. It's very compressed, personally compressed by the singer, not by the sound engineer. But this, as the song goes on, I'm like, I don't know, bitch. Who knows? Not I. Let's keep going.
Of its mockery, they enter instruments. Let's celebrate and your words. Hey, my will. Wait and says. You will.
The power of Christ compels you, Jens Kidman. Jesus. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things going on here. I think ultimately, even though these are isolated tracks, there's still artifacts on it, and there's a lot of delay on his voice, which is kind of fudging up me trying to hear exactly what's going on. But then again, I don't think I'm experienced enough in the technique that is required for metal vocals to really hear what's going on. All I can hear fry on top of diaphragmatic support. Then I can hear mixing, but at points the mixing feels like it goes away. And by mixing is chest and head. Yeah, it's witchcraft, full witchcraft. Jens Kidman, I support it, but you are possessed. And I believe when the rapture comes, you will not be taken. I believe you will remain here on earth to become part of the unholy army for the Antichrist. It's so cool. What do you guys think? Do you have experience in metal vocals? Pop your thoughts and feelings and opinions below. The more I listen to different people talking about metal vocals, the less I feel I understand. There's so many different schools. There's some people who genuinely think that Melissa Cross is talking out of her ass. And then other people who hold her up as the fucking metal vocal messiah. And then there's a whole bunch of like these new kids on the block talking about metal vocals. Then you've got Will Ramos, you've got the charismatic voice and the stuff that they've done. I don't fucking know. I think it's like all vocals. There's science behind all vocals. There's science. Everyone has a diaphragm, or at least every singer, as far as I'm aware. You've got things like your epiglottis, you've got things like your vocal folds, you've got things like all of these things, right? There's science behind it, but at the end of the day, some humans are just genetically predisposed to be really good at connecting with those things. And we can stick as many cameras as we want down Will Ramos's throat. But for some of these things, some people have just put their 10,000 hours in. They've just practiced the living hell out of it. And they've connected with it on a really muscle memory level. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts, feelings and opinions. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. If you'd like to check out some of my recent music and judge me, You can head over to all major streaming services where you can see my new EP called Dedicated. It's not metal. I'm warning you now. Until next time, my dudes, go forth.